Hey guys, Shane Wood, General Manager from Port Orchard Ford, and I'm here to bring you another episode of Community. Let's meet your community. Down here at the Polaris Theater, a theater that's over 100 years old, has been known by a lot of different names, from the D&R Theater, Plaza Twin, the Dragonfly, and now it's named the Polaris Theater. I'm here with owner Josh Johnson, who's going to show us not how we get this place back to its former glory, but how we bring it up to an even higher and better potential. Come on in, let's check it out. Hey guys, okay, so I'm down here, I'm with Josh Johnson. First of all, thank you so much for having us down here.
My pleasure.
What a cool project. Before I start getting into some of the really important questions, I want to get your feedback on, like, so how do we get involved? I know there's a lot of really cool things that you guys are going to do, from selling seats to work parties. Talk to us about where I can go real quick to. And
that's what people are asking. They're asking how they can get involved, where they can go, what they can do. We've been having work parties, so you can go to our Facebook page and Polaris Theater, Polaris PO, Port Orchard. See when the next work party is, different fundraisers, but really go to the website. What we need right now is people to give $25, $2,500, whatever it is. It goes to use. Now we can get into the weeds on that, but that is usually from the jump. People ask, when can I get in to actually work? I see you've been doing work parties, and what can I do to help? And right now it's to just stay informed, share our content, and give if you can.
Right.
Yeah.
So on that note, so I was actually part of one of the work parties this last Saturday. Came down, pulled some nails, did some work. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff to do. So I have to ask you, like, what inspired you to sign up for this? Like, what brought you to this point?
Yeah, so that's a great question. I'm from South Kitsap, born in Bremerton Memorial Hospital, Harrison Hospital. Now it's RIP Harrison Hospital, I guess. Gosh, that makes me feel weird. Anyway, you can cut that part. Born in South Kitsap, graduated South Kitsap High School, class of '99. I saw my first movie here, An American Tail, Fievel, the animated movie. So, I've been going to movies here off and on my whole life. In my adult life, I did move around quite a bit. Worked as a travel content creator, lived in Seattle, lived in LA, and then coming back to Port Orchard, feeling really, again, the connection with everything that I had roots in, and seeing the progression of this nearly 100-year-old theater is really just inspiring. And seeing how, when I stand here, like, for instance, not to get too off a tangent, which I will do. You have to bring me back.
We got you.
When I stand here, I think about this theater was built in 1924.
Wow.
And if I'm in here, I'm dealing with something. If we're doing a work party, or if I'm cleaning something up, I think how many other people have stood here, how many other caretakers of the space, how many other theater proprietors over the years, and it really just makes me feel like a part of a lineage of something. So I think it's really special. I found this opportunity in my life. I don't think there's very many opportunities that we're handed by grace or we're afforded to really do something meaningful.
Right.
And I saw being a part of this theater, being a part of the history, about to round that corner into 100 years old, and thinking about, well, will it be here in 100 years? And for me, the answer is yes. Right. And what we're doing here today is going to ensure that my kids, their kids' kids can come here and enjoy live music. I think a lot of things are going to change in 100 years, but I think there's still going to be people performing live music. I think there's still going to be people gathering.
Maybe we're down here doing metaverse things with our Oculus.
You're absolutely right. Well, that's what kind of, a lot of things have changed. Even since the pandemic, a lot of movie theaters are struggling. Great movie theaters. I mean, we're a historic movie theater with a lot of kind of structural things that we need to fix that people are aware of. New HVAC, we're fixing the leak on the floor. But these top-of-the-line movie theaters are struggling too. So I think we have an opportunity here to create something that's going to be durable, that's not just about the latest Marvel movie or the latest release. It's about community, live music, gatherings, things like that. So the inspiration was being a part of the legacy, giving back to my hometown, coming home and finding this really meaningful opportunity to dig our hands in and form a team with people like you, with other people on our board, with the dozens of people that show up for the work parties. I mean, it's just been an incredible community.
Absolutely.
Yeah, building experience.
Yeah, I have felt that. I've definitely felt the energy around wanting to be a part of this thing, because you know, one of the things I said out there was the goal here is not necessarily to, you know, bring it back to its former glory, and it did have its glory days, but to really, you know, to level it up to a place
Right.
that's like, what is this place really capable? So what is your vision in terms of what's the use case around this space here?
So the goal is to make it an elevated space beyond what it really has ever been. Back in the day, this was a single screen. That's why we took down the dividing wall that we put up in the 1980s.
Yep.
So we're bringing it back to the original footprint. This will be a single screen, but there'll also be a stage running the length of this space. So we'll be able to accommodate for private events. Think of a red carpet wedding, but also things like student film festivals, jazz nights, maybe even, you know, a DJ night. You know, whatever we can dream up and book, and the community wants to support, we can do that here. So we want to again. Think of it not just as a movie theater. We will have cinema, and we plan on having a top-of-the-line digital projection system that we can do all of that. But really, everything else, what can we do here? How can we support the high school? How can we support nonprofits and private sector businesses? If, you know, for instance, the Community Event Center will be going in several years, just down the street on Bay Street. When the time comes, can we be, say somebody's holding a conference? Well, maybe this could be a spot for a breakout stage or a networking event or something like that. And just really thinking how in the long term, again, next 100 years, how is this going to change shape so it serves a community in perpetuity for 100 years? So one of the things is bring it back to the original footprint. We're going to change the seating and change the layout so it's not just rows of chairs, but build it out for lounge spaces, booths, tables, make it more, honestly, more comfortable, more accommodating. Like I keep using the word speakeasy because it was built in the 20s, bringing it to an aesthetic that it may not have had in the 20s, but we're going to nod to that era, built in 24. So using materials and color schemes and aesthetics to elevate the experience of being here. So whether you're just coming in to have a glass of wine, and we could talk about maybe how the lobby is going to accommodate for that type of experience.
Unpack the lobby real quick, because I think this is going to be one of the coolest.
Yeah, same. So the vision is, and the board and the foundations and everybody can help steer this ship, but the vision right now is the lobby isn't just where you buy Milk Duds and popcorn per se. The lobby is going to be elevated lounge space, and it's actually going to come into the first third of the theater having a platform built out and booths and low intentional lighting, maybe some lounge chairs and things like that. So you can come in off of Bay Street, but be in a setting, be in a world entirely of its own. You're inside the Polaris, you're under the night sky, you're in a historic theater. Maybe there's no event happening, maybe there's no film being shown, but the space is open as a lounge, as a bar that's generating income for the nonprofit, for the theater to support operations and things like that. But it's just a space independent of events. The Polaris will be open for business.
It's going to be super popular.
I hope it will, and I hope it really complements. I love what they're doing at the Bay Street Bistro.
Absolutely.
Elevated. I love what they're doing at Peninsula Bevco across the street. Do something that really complements the experience of being on Bay Street, you know?
Yeah, you look at what has you know, gone on Bay Street. You know, we did a video with Sam and Revival down there and Josephine's, and we've done a video with Kareen down at the dock, with Brady and Deanna over here at Bay Street, and gosh, all these owners have really elevated their businesses and made these spaces that offer amazing products, a really great atmosphere, and are turning this downtown into, you know, I don't really want to compare it to, but I think of Paulsbo. I think that's a really fun downtown, but we're almost there, man, and this is going to be a cool part of it.
Yeah, and it's just incredible, and everybody who's listed I love, and I have a lot of admiration for Sam, what she's done down there at Josephine's and Open Revival. Yeah, I think we believe in Bay Street, we believe in downtown, and again, like, I was just at Sly's Bakery. We're at Paulsville this weekend, standing in line for the donut. That was a long line. It was good. It was good though.
So the vision is clear. I've seen you actually created some really cool I don't know, vision boards or
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
you know, but seeing some of the colors and the look of it. So the vision is super clear. But now, what are the biggest obstacles in achieving this? Is it
Sure.
is it money?
Yeah.
Is it manpower?
Money.
Is it vision?
Money. We can't, you know, with this day and age, it's also things like supply chain issues. But a lot of it is money. People ask, when's it going to open? It's very obviously a very popular question. If we were just slapping a coat of paint on it and securing the rights to show films, we would have opened 6 months ago.
Right.
But we knew we were doing a complete renovation, complete overhaul, also with things like new safety measures for fire safety and you know, lots of different things at the building that this age needs.
Sure.
So we're going to open as soon as we can. The major hurdles in front of us are raising money. We've had a tremendous amount of success. Again, coming back to there is no donation too small. It's really true. We've had donations less than $20, gratefully so. You know, that buys cleaning supplies. That buys kind of the unseen basic things that we absolutely need to do the renovation for the theater. Things like, where does the plastic come through to cover all these seats so that we don't get dust over it? You know, we need money for lots of different things. Bigger items like the Cowlitz Tribal Foundation gave us $50,000. We applied for a grant, gratefully so. So one of the things I don't want people to feel is that just because they hear about a bigger donation, Port Orchard Rotary Club gave us $2,500. I don't want people to feel like these bigger donations, which are certainly moving the needle, takes away from what they can do. If that's $50, $100. So as soon as we get the money, and it's going to cost a lot more money because we are building out a whole new screen, a stage, lighting, sound, the lobby, safety precautions, renovating the restrooms that needs quite, fixing the historic leak issue. Anybody that's my parents' age remembers when it was the DNR was known as the dirty and ratty because the tide flow issues, and people say rats. Honest to God, I've never seen a rat in here.
Yeah.
It's since I've been in here dozens of times a week.
Before you open, this place will be airtight, watertight. I mean, this place will be up to code and all good.
Yeah. Oh no, and this. I know, and you know, because we spent time kind of vision boarding this and kind of getting into the weeds of what it's going to look like. It's going to blow people's minds.
Yeah.
When people walk in here and they remember the Plaza Twin or the Dragonfly or the DNR fondly, and they think, I'm going to come in here and gosh, the stories of nostalgia on Facebook and in person are just incredible. But I know that when people come in here for the first time, when we open up for our premiere, it's going to blow people's minds, what they see, what we've been able to do. So time, money, I can't stress enough how helpful it is that when we put out the call for a work party, people show up, people I don't know, people I've never met show up. And it's an awesome community building experience, but we get a ton done. We had 25 people show up for the work party you were just at.
I think we look back, this thing's a finished product. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of pride in the people that said, man, I was a part of creating that, and you know, Port Orchard is here to stay, and there's some really amazing businesses and business owners, and then nonprofits going in along with the community center. So, I do want to ask something. One thing that we were kind of chatting about at a meeting, you guys have tossed around the idea of auctioning off or selling seats. Is that something? Because I am in. You know, I am a seat owner if I can buy a seat.
Somebody put out an idea, I believe it was one of our board members in the last few days, that kind of pivoted off of that. Can I share that with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
That I really also like this idea. We're calling the Polaris, the North Star, the Pole Star. Somebody said, when we were talking about the ceiling, and we're like, okay, well, we want it to be dark, we want it to be black. And somebody said, what if we paint
stars?
What if we could auction off, or you could buy a constellation, and we have these stars painted on the ceiling or in the lobby. So I think this idea is going to take shape somehow, whether it's a seat or I thought, oh wow, sponsoring a star, how cool would that be?
It's super cool.
It'd be really unique. So yeah, that's certainly TBD. If you go to polaristheater.com, you can donate securely. Click on that button right through the website right there. So the easiest way to give is just through our website. And all of that, we're a nonprofit organization. It's all tax deductible. If you want a receipt for those purposes, certainly provide.
Yeah. So, and again, the work part, there is a work party you have scheduled. Do you have a date for that?
You know, we actually have one scheduled for this Saturday, but I need to I need to readdress that.
Sure.
We don't have the material down
Got
that
it.
I thought we would. So I might need to bump that out a week or two.
So go ahead, like their page on Facebook. That's Polaris Theater on Facebook, right?
If you search, now I'm second guessing myself. I know the website's polaristheater.com. Let me pull it up. I can tell you here in a second.
I'm pretty sure if you search Polaris Theater on Facebook, it'll take you right there. Like the page, follow the page, and be on the lookout for updates for work parties and just how you can get involved and be a part of this really, really cool thing. Check out the website, polaristheater.com.
On Facebook, we are Polaris Port Orchard.
Polaris Port Orchard.
One word, but
Beautiful.
Polaris Theater, yeah.
Okay, there you go. And with that, guys, I appreciate you guys viewing us. Don't forget, go ahead and press like and follow Port Orchard Forward. We sure do appreciate that support, and we want to continue to bring amazing projects like this and many others right to you, our
Appreciate you,
community.
Shane. Thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank
Thanks,
you so
Josh.
much. Yeah.
Awesome.
See ya.